Fifth graders, your directions for completing your book report. Number 1, you need to pick your 100+ page chapter book. Make sure that it has an AR test to go with it. The next step is to divide the number of pages in your book by 10. 10 is the number of school days you have between now and April 22nd. If you have a 100+ page book, you would go 100 divided by 10, which is 10, so you would want to read 10 pages a day. If you have a 300-page book divided by 10, that would be 30 pages a day. Number 3, write a summary for every 2 days of reading. So if you are reading 10 pages a day, that would be every 20 pages. If you are reading 30 pages a day, that would be every 60 pages. You will write the page numbers that you read and a 5 to 7 sentence summary about your book. You can do this in Google Docs. You will have a total of 5 summaries when you are done reading your book. When your book is done, then you get to build a mobile to show us what your book was all about. Your directions for building your mobile can be found in Google Classroom under Mobile Book Project. There's a minimum of 5 parts needed, so you'll need to build 5 pieces. Each part needs to be approximately 8 by 11 inches. That's the size of a regular piece of paper. All of the parts need to be related to one theme and made into a shape that goes with that theme. You will then connect all of the pieces together to be hung up for display. We will show an example at the very end of what your display can look like. Connect the pieces to something rigid. A paper or cardboard plate works great. Now let's see what each piece will look like. For part 1, you are going to show the name and the author of the book. Notice the shape is of something from the book Hatchet by Gary Paulson. It's in the shape of a hatchet. On one side is just the drawing, and on the back side it lists the title and the author. You will be graded on making sure you have those pieces of information, also on being detailed and creative, and being neat. In part 2, you're going to show the main characters. Again, your piece will be about the size of a piece of paper. You'll draw on one side and write on the back side. You need to include the names of the main characters, sentences describing each main character, and you will be graded again on neatness, also on spelling and grammar. Part 3 is your book summary. You will be writing a minimum of 3 sentences to tell what your book was about. Make sure you use correct spelling and grammar. Part 4 is your favorite scene. On one side of your drawing, you will create a picture of your favorite scene. Make sure you're being detailed and creative. Part 5 is your book review and recommendation. In your written book review, tell us what you liked and didn't like about the book. Write a sentence telling to whom you would recommend this book and why you think they would like it. Again, watch your spelling and grammar, please. To complete your final project, you will now take your 5 pieces and you will attach them to a base such as a paper plate. You might have to play with it a little bit to make sure that it hangs level. Have fun with it, and we can't wait to see your final project.